Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I want to share with you how I do my everyday makeup. So this is the makeup look that I go for when I wake up. So I want my face to still look fresh. I want minimal makeup, almost invisible or secret makeup. So this is the makeup that I go for just when I wake up. So it might be the makeup that I go for the whole day if I don't have anything else. Because it's summer, I want my makeup application to be very minimal. I don't want to feel cakey. I don't want it to feel heavy. So I really like to pay attention to my skin and create this very, very natural makeup look. The first thing that I do after I wash my face is start with my skin prep. So I'm gonna apply my moisturizer, almost a pump or a pump and a half. And I put it on the outer circle of my face, including my nose. I know the nose is not a part of the outer circle, but it's okay. And for the inner circle of my face, which is the puffy area, I put my eye cream on there. So a lot of people put their eye cream very, very close to their eyes, so on like under their eyes in this part. What you need to do is you need to put it on the puffy area of the cheek. So when you smile, you get like the puffy area, the apples of the cheeks basically, and it's basically in the inner circle. So I'm gonna put my eye cream there, and then I'm gonna blend it, and then I'm gonna blend what I have on the edge of my face, nose, and down my neck. Now what I like to do is I like to let this settle before I put my sunscreen and my primer. So what I go for next is my eyebrows. And I like to alternate with the products that I use for my eyebrows. But I find because I don't have thick eyebrows, especially like it's lacking in this part and even on the tail, what I like to do is I start with the pencil. Of course, I'm gonna zoom you in to see what I'm gonna do. So I want my eyebrows to look natural, but there's no way to like keep secret eyebrow makeup. People will know that you have eyebrows on because, you know, you see my eyebrows now. I'm trying my best to keep the application short, so like short strokes that mimic the natural hair. So what I mean by short strokes is I don't want to start from here and then end up all the way there right away. I just keep it first like short, and then I go up and I do even more short strokes. Because you're not gonna have like one eyebrow hair that goes from this, like a long eyebrow hair that starts here and go this way. And also short strokes help keep the application precise. Then I do the tail. So it still is natural, but you know, you're not gonna have that no makeup eyebrow look. I'm gonna do the same here. So what I like to do is I put my pinky to get the precise application because I don't want my hand to move. And then I go for the tail. So as I did this part of my eyebrow, now I can move on to the sunscreen because my moisturizers have settled in. So I'm gonna apply sunscreen. I apply sunscreen actually in both winter and summer, and I learned that the hard way because I do have sunspots. So now I just put sunscreen all year long. I put it on my shoulder, my neck, and my face, and even put a little bit on my lips, and even like on your eyes if you want. Especially for a natural makeup look, your sunscreen will not mess up with the rest of your application. What I noticed with this sunscreen though, although it is the Sunthera face stick sunscreen and it's SPF 60, but what I noticed, what I don't like about it is that it leaves this white, like it applies in a white way, and I haven't noticed if it has any flashback or anything like that. Be careful when taking pictures to see if your sunscreen has flashback. If you don't like this sort of application, although now like that I mixed it in, my skin looks good, you can get the moisturizers that have SPF in them. So you're gonna see that I'm gonna be moving all over the place. I'm gonna prime my eyes with my Too Faced concealer. You can blend it in with your fingers, it's okay. With this concealer, I find that I apply a little bit too much because you only need like one dot and even less than a dot to like get this full, to get your eyes primed. You don't need much, but I can mix it in with my fingers. Now I look like a ghost. Then going again for my eyebrows, I'm gonna be like going back and forth and doing stuff this way so that I let the product settle in. So I'm going for the Ka-Brow eyebrow gel, and this gives my eyebrows, my eyebrow makeup, basically the 3D effect, as if these are my natural eyebrows. Just be careful, don't put a lot of product on the brush, so clean your brush before you apply it. Don't want any clumps. And we're doing hair-like strokes, and I like this brush that comes with the Ka-Brow kit because it's very precise. Now I'm going to prime my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Iconic Primer Stick. So I start with my nose. The T-zone is very important for me to prime because it gets oily. And I actually, not that it gets oily, but I sweat. In summer I sweat here on my upper lip and around my nose, but especially on my upper lip. This is an area where I sweat. I find that I'm not oily. I think I have dry skin, like combination to dry, but mostly leaning toward dry. So that's why it's very important for me to prime as if I have oily skin, basically, because I sweat. Let that sink in as well. And as it sinks in, I'm going to do my eyes, because now you can see that if I close my eyes, you can see where the creases are forming. So now I can press the concealer in place so that the creases melt with the concealer, and this is when you can set them. You can set it with powder, but what I'm going to do is I have my blush. So I'm going with my Soft Glam. I'm going into my Soft Glam palette with the shade Tempura, and I'm going to, after I press the concealer in place so that I avoid the creases, I set it. Because if you set it while it's creasing, you're just setting the creases. So we don't want that. You can do this with any translucent powder that you have, or any basically face powder. I'm also going to set this area later on with the same shade, because again, I'm sweating here. So annoying. Next, I'm grabbing my blush, so the Tarte Amazonian Clay 24-hour blush in the shade Sensual. So this is what I use for my everyday blush application, and it's very, very natural. You can see that it almost fades into my skin. It just gives a little bit of dimension. My sister says that it's not, she doesn't like it because it doesn't show that much. What I actually did is I scraped off the first layer, because the first time that I applied this, I find that it didn't apply much, but when I scraped off the first layer, I could see the color. I don't know what's up with that. But it's a very, very natural blush look. And then for the fade shade, I'm going in with my bronzer. So basically the natural look is blush and bronzer on my eyes. So I'm fading it with my bronzer. And I can also put the bronzer or the blush, one of which, on the actual eyelid. So basically that's it for my eyes. That's what I like to do in the morning. So it gives my eyes a little bit of a definition, but it's a very natural look. Now that the primer is settling in, I'm going to do my face makeup. So I'm going for the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Halo. This is a very, very light shade. And I'm gonna put a drop on my hand like this. And I'm mixing in my CC cream with this so that it gives the CC cream a natural glow. There is the illuminating CC cream, CC Plus. I don't have that, so that's what I do for the natural glow. And you know what I like to do? I like to apply it with a brush first to get the precise application so that I can control. If I want more coverage, I put short strokes. If I want sheer coverage, I put long strokes. So the short strokes is basically where I have sunspots and blemishes, especially if I'm not putting concealer over this area. I would put short strokes of CC cream. And CC cream actually has a very sheer application, so even if I'm putting short strokes, it's still sheer. It's not a high coverage. But this helps with the application, controlling it. I like to also control where I put the foundation or the CC cream beside my eyebrows so that I don't mess up. So I first apply it with the brush and then I stiffen it in with my stiffling brush. I find that this helps keep the application a little bit more high coverage. I don't know why the light is making me super white. I'm not that white. I don't see myself white in the mirror. Now to add dimension to my face, I'm grabbing the IT CC Plus cream in the shade medium and I'm gonna contour my face with it. So I'm gonna put a little bit on my hand and I'm going to apply it as a cream contour. And then I blend it in with my stiffling brush. So I use the stiffling brush just like other people use the sponge, the wet sponge or the beauty blender. I use the stiffling brush for basically everything, to blend everything together. Now, as I said, this is what I do for the eyes, but if I want more dimension, so as the day progresses, I can add more shades. I usually go for like earth tone shades such as dusty rose, burnt orange to add more dimension, or sienna and rustic for a natural look. I'm going for the shade burnt orange because I don't want it to be like super harsh. I'm going for the natural look, and I go diagonally and then towards the crease inward. This adds a little bit more dimension to the eye area. And then of course I'm gonna blend it because I don't want it to show that much. Keeping it natural. Now what I like to do is I like to set my face. I like to set my upper lip with the shade Tempura this time. Like around my lip and under my eyes. And basically that's everything that I like to set. And the rest of my face doesn't really crease, or like I'm good, I don't need to set the rest of my face. I'm gonna apply some bronzer and blush, and that would be it for my natural makeup look. So bronzer, some brush. I'm grabbing the NARS brush to put it on the apples of my cheeks because I don't want a pink application all over. I just want it to be on the apples of my cheeks. I have a runny nose. And then I mix everything together. Now for under the brows, what I get is the highbrow pencil and applicator that comes with the brow kit, with a powder kit, and I highlight underneath my eyebrows. Next, I'm gonna set my eyebrows in place using the eyebrow gel. You see, you were too zoomed in, but I don't think anyone would be like that close to your face. So this is the natural look that I go for. I'm gonna set everything in place. With whatever's left from my all-nighter, because it's empty. It's almost empty. Uh-oh, I need a new setting spray. That's gonna be in my empties collection. It's a very good setting spray. So that's it for my face. Sometimes I curl my lashes and I apply mascara, but sometimes I don't even do that because this is a very natural look, especially like in the morning. That's what I like to do. And the final thing is I put some lip gloss. I like to put the Laneige lip mask as a lip gloss. I don't find that it's very good for moisturizing my lips, but it's a very nice lip gloss. It gives a pink tint. So this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed. I know that with makeup it's very hard to actually do the no makeup look and like fake it and manipulate others, or like tell others that you don't actually have any makeup on, unless you really put the minimal amount of makeup. But no one has a perfect face, so the moment you have this flawless face, then everybody's gonna assume that you have makeup on, especially if they know anything about makeup. Now I can't trick my husband because he knows what I do, and yep. So that's it. That's what I do on a day-to-day basis. And if I want more makeup for a night out, I would just put more. I always go for the CC cream. I recently got the ABH stick foundation, so this is something that I want to play with to see a more high coverage. It is a medium coverage, but for me it's a high coverage application. So, but other than that, that's what I do on a day-to-day basis. I'm gonna zoom you in just to see how it looks up close. So of course you're gonna see the colors, and nobody has like these colors around their eyes and around their cheekbones. But it's still my natural makeup look. I have another version of a more professional look for work. It's very similar but a little bit different. And here I am sweating again. So this is the only area where I sweat in summer and I need to blot it. I'm just doing it with my fingers now. Anyways, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. It was chill, relax. It just doesn't take me this long when I do it without talking, but I was just talking non-stop. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and I will see you next week. May you have a clutter-free life.